welcome to our 3-day workshop on web development with HTML5, Angular, and AWS, organized by Get Me Hired Co. We're very excited about running this workshop. We were not hoping so many people signing up, but we were pleasantly surprised by the amount of people who signed up, and we're excited about helping you build your first web application. And today, on our day one, our main goal is to help you get started on building your online portfolio. And today we have a jam-packed session for you. So sit tight and take this journey with us. Now, I'm your host Ishtiaq, and I'll give you a quick reason why we're doing this. Now, as you know that programming is pretty hard to understand and pretty hard to learn. And as people who've worked in tech for a while, we know that when it comes to learning programming, the drop-off rate is really high at the early stages. And what we have found out is that if someone is able to build something useful in the early stages of the learning process, they're way more likely to actually continue, because that just intrigues them and sparks the creative flow within them that helps them figure out all these nooks and crannies in the world of programming. So this is our goal. Our goal is to give you an ability to build something from the scratch by yourself so that you get inspired and seek out those answers yourself. So hopefully a lot of you will, or most of you, will end up creating your own portfolio in these 3-day workshop with us. Now, I want to talk a little bit about, before I introduce the instructor who we have today. Iftikhar is our instructor for today's class. And Iftikhar is a senior software developer at Amazon. He also has a PhD on software development and human-computer interactions. And he will be teaching today the first part, which is HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and Angular 8. Now, this is how it's going to go down. We'll have a 90-minute class. Iftikhar is going to go through the curriculum and tell you step by step on everything that you need to do. And then after that, there's going to be a 30-minute Q&A session. So I recommend you type your questions on YouTube chat or on Slack. I hope you have access to our Slack channel where your peers can also help you. But type your questions down on YouTube chat, and we will go over them during the Q&A session. At the same time, if you miss something, obviously we're recording it, and everyone who registered, we're going to be sending you the recorded videos after class. And after every single class, we're going to be sending you homeworks. And it's very important that you complete the homework, because doing those homework will actually get you closer to building your own online portfolio. And at the end, you are going to be submitting your homework to us, and those of you who successfully complete all 3 of your homework will get a certificate from us. And obviously, you'll get your own online portfolio. So quickly, I just want to go over how to get the best out of the workshop. So I hope you're sitting down at a quiet place where you can concentrate. So that's number 1. We recommend you pay attention during the class and not try to do the steps parallelly while the instructor is teaching you, because you can always go back and do it, watch the videos later on. But it's very important that you pay attention right now and not try to do them simultaneously while the instructor is showing them. Ask tons of questions. Very important that you get your questions answered. Like I said, you can ask them on YouTube. If you know the answer, help your peers. You can ask them on Slack as well. And do the homework. Very important that you do the homework. We have seen over and over again, when students do their homework, it really helps them get to that next level. And if you don't do the homework, the next class might not be that helpful to you. By the way, we have a dedicated Slack channel for you where we're going to be periodically answering your questions, and you can see your peers who are creating their own portfolios. And by the end of it, let's launch your portfolio. So those are the simple rules and simple instructions on how to get the best out of your workshop. And without further ado, I know you guys are ready for this. Let's start the workshop. And now I want to invite our instructor, Iftikhar, the floor is yours.
Hi, this is Iftikhar. I am going to teach you today the day one content, which is introduction to HTML, CSS, and Angular. I'm sure that you have probably heard some of this term, and some of you might be expert in this. And we also have workshop where we go through these in a lot more details. But today we're just going through a very high level of this, so that if you already know those things, you will not be bored. But if you're like completely new, you get an idea about some of these things which are heavily used in the industry. So I have a slide here I'm going to share, but most of the things is going to be done live on my computer, and then I'm going to share my screen when I do that. I hope you can see my screen. And at any moment, if you face any issue, please comment, and then the moderator will reach out to me so that we can sort it out, because I'll not be able to look at the comments while I am going through the contents. So let's first look at some HTML concept. So HTML is is a short for hypertext markup language. That is basically what most of the web runs on. This is a way to actually write content in your document and also give how it should look like telling it how to format it. And if you go to any website, the content that you are seeing, it's basically coming through HTML request and response between your browser and the server. And those HTML concepts, some of them are contents, some of them are written as HTML files, some of them are generated through PHP, and then also some other framework. For example, today we'll show Angular, where the Angular will be actually serving the HTML. So just to give you a little bit of idea, for example, if you go to like any website, and then if you click on view page source, what you see the HTML. And then as you can see that some of the things are starting with these angle brackets, and those are tags, and then some of the things ending with this slash, those are end of the tag. So let's see some of the HTML concepts. For example, tag is one that we said. So when you say img or image tag, that is one example. And then element is when the tag is starting and when the tag is